In this video, I'm going to show you how to create mirror images of a curve that you have drawn so that you can reproduce some of these arches more accurately. And I'm going to demonstrate this on the Gothic arch. So let's zoom in a little bit and see what's going on. So the first question is, how do you create a mirror image of something that you draw, an object or a line? I'm going to show you. Let's start by drawing a curve. So I want to create a mirror image of this curve. To do that, I'm going to use my scale tool. Scale tool, this one, allows me to change the shape of my curve according to different axes. So you can see I can make it taller, I can make it wider, or I can make it bigger in scale it up or scale it down if I choose my diagonal axis. Now, while I do this, you will notice that down here in the bottom right-hand corner, I have the scale that is written in. This means that if I want to change the width of my arc, I can do it by eye, the way I was doing it before, or I can type in the scale that I want. So I start moving it in a direction, and then I type in my scale. I want it to be 2, a scale of 2. So let's move back because now it's looking confusing. Let's start from the beginning. This is my original arch. I want it to scale up 2. That means I want it to be twice as big as it was in the beginning. So you can see that I can start my transformation, and then I can type in the scale that I want, and it will apply it automatically. This is true of any direction that I choose. And this is going to help us because if I want to make, what happens if let's go back to our original curve. Instead of pulling it this way, what happens if I pull it in a negative direction? If I pull it the other way? Well, you see that at one point it starts flipping. And you will notice in my bottom right-hand corner that the scale becomes negative. So what this means is that if I want to create a mirror image, all I have to do is apply a scale of -1. So I can do this by eye until I hit the point. That's what I'm doing here. Or I can just type it in and say, start scaling it, and then change my scale to -1. There you go. And I've produced a mirror image. So that's fine. So let's use this on our Gothic arch. Actually, there's one more thing that I need to talk about, which is, let's go back here. What we're going to do here is we don't want to just make a mirror image of this arch. We actually want to make a mirror copy because we want 2 arcs. We want to keep our original arc and then make a copy. So to do that, first we need to make a copy. Now, there's different ways of doing this. You can either use copy and paste. So that's probably going to be Command C for copy, Command V for paste. So I've made my copy here, and then now I'm going to apply my transformation, -1. There we go. So now I have my original arc and my mirror copy. Or I can duplicate. Remember, we saw this in class. So to duplicate, I use the Move Copy tool, and I hold down my Option key. I think it's something else on Windows. I can't remember what the shortcut is. Is it maybe it's Control? Anyway, it's a key that when I toggle it, when I press it, it toggles this little plus on and off. That means I'm not going to move, I'm going to duplicate. So I can make a duplicate of my object and apply my transformation to that object. Either way, so we're gonna draw a line, make a copy, and mirror image reflect that copy. So let's apply this to our arch. Gothic arch. Let's do this the best way we can. We're going to start by drawing we're going to use construction lines and everything. So we're going to start by drawing a rectangle that our object is going to fit into. There we go. We're going to get rid of erase the surface inside, and I'm doing this by just deleting it. You can also, you have to click on it and delete it. Now I have my construction rectangle. I'm going to draw my first curve. I'm even going to draw construction lines on the edge of the curve. It's about here, let's say. Whoops. That's building my rectangle, so I have to, again, erase the parts, erase the surfaces. 2-point arc, and I'm going to go from the middle of my rectangle here to this edge, but it's not going to be a tangent. It's going to be a curve that's like this. Again, it wants to fill it in. That's because I have all of my construction lines. I'm going to erase. Well, no, I'm not going to erase anything. What I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to erase so you can see. I'm going to take this line